this section is going to show you how to label and the process of doing so. Let's say that all of these bottles here are painted. Now what I do is I take that painted group, and then I'll have a sample up here like this. In this case, I'm going to use, this is a sample, I'll show you here. I'll put a sample on, when you're labeling, make sure that you use the corner of the label, not here, but on the side of the label. Okay, and pull it up. And what I do is I have a long blade coming out here. And I use my hand and my thumb here. And then I can take both fingers and the index finger like this and hold it. Okay? Then I will place it on where I believe, let's say that there's a completed one. Now, I have a tendency of pulling, because I'm right-handed, sometimes I will have this corner right here will be down, and that becomes a problem because then the label's not straight across. So what I do is I put a little bit of downward pressure on this corner to make sure that I have this one up just a little bit. It doesn't take much. All right, now let me show, this would be the sample. Now look on the tray here. I'm using this tray, and this line is level. It might not look like that but I will line up this bottle. If you look here, this bottle is shorter than that one. That's why I use a line for the bottom of here. If I were to do this, have it the same as the top, then when I label it, it's going to be in a different position. So I label here. What I end up doing is I'll take these painted ones all done and I'll throw them on like that. Then I take the rest of them and I put them off to the side. Both sides of me here. Then I take the board and put that down, get it out of my way. And then I will put a piece of wood, it doesn't have to be one of these, but a piece of wood behind here, and then I would tape it down. Because when I do this, I'll show you what happens. If I don't tape it down, let me show you this one. Want it the same. Now I take both, again, my index fingers and my thumbs, and I kind of somewhat stretch the label just a little bit, and then I put my thumbs down the center and then out like this. You see that? I'll put my thumbs here and then out with my fingers. All right? Well, that's how we do this label. And I'll continuously do this and keep on labeling as fast as I can. Again, I take the side of the label, put it up. Let me show this again. This might not be as straight as ever, but there we go. Whoops. Angle is kind of more difficult. Again, I take my thumbs, go down the center, and then out. Now, if there's a bubble on the side, you'll see where there's a bubble will sit up on the label. Means some air or something is under there. So I take the side of this here, the label, pull it back a little bit, and then I would press against here and smooth out that bubble. Okay, let's say that there's a speck, a bump in the label. If it's a bump and it's on the side, I will take my blade and I will scrape that bump off. Just very lightly I scrape that bump off. Because then when I put it back down, the bump disappears. At the bottom down here, if you have a crease, sometimes you might have a crease down at the bottom. And so here, I would then, on the crease, I would gently try to slide it out like this. Slide it out. Now, if it's a big crease, the best thing to do is open up the label again. Open the label up and then press it out. If it's a small crease or a small bubble at the bottom, you can use your thumbs and push those creases out, okay, where the labels come up. So then after I'm done labeling, let's say all of these are labeled, I'm all done labeling, put all of them, the bottles, the magnets in front of them, like this. Okay? And then I want to do is reach in the box here and take out I will take out a bunch of sleeves at one time like this. Again, it's speed. You don't want to keep on going with one. You take one, slip it in like that, fold it over a little bit up. When you pick it up, when you're done with it, again you slip it in the corner, this right corner, and continuously doing it until you have a pile going. I'm going to put a full pile here and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I already put some in the box already to show you. I'm just going to put one level here. You take these envelopes and you just put them with your fingers, open them up, drop it in. And then if you see in my left hand, I'll drop it in, and with my left hand, I'll fold it over like that. Okay? Same thing here. Again, these are all labeled and everything. Imaginary. Alright? Fold it over. Now, at the bottom of this box, right here, I put one level already in here. There's 75 bottles that are going to go in here, which means you have a level here that's 15, all right, 8 and 7. Then you put a divider in. I'll show you that. You put one of those plastic bags, and you put a divider in like so. All right? Then I would take a bunch of these, and I would put them in, again, like 8 across. That's 8 there. And there's 3 more, and I'll put a few more in here. So I show you exactly how to do that. I folded it over and I put them in here. There's 4 in there. There's 5, 6, and one more bottle. All right, that's another label. And guess what? What do I do then? Again, I take one of these sleeves, these bags, put it on there as a divider. All right, and I do this for 5 rows of 1575. That's how you box it, put it in there. Then at the end, when you're done with that box, you want to put a label on the top of the box, like so. Then you put a 75 here, so the customer knows that in this box is this label is in here, and there's 75 of them. If I'm doing a combination of ornaments and magnets on an order, I will actually make labels up for that on the computer. And I don't know if you can see this here, just to make sure. It looks like that. Alright? I would make, on the computer, I go to Avery Design. I have that system, it's free. And I would make a label. I would put one magnets. Let's say it's in this case here, it's a magnet blackberry. And then I put the 75 at the bottom of there. So they know that when they look in that label. Now, if it's an ornament, I would put instead of magnet, I would put ornament. Ornament. Again, blackberry, and then the number 75. So they know what's in this box is a magnet, or it happens to be an ornament in the box. Because they'll be getting large boxes like this, and they could have 3 different small these boxes, and one could be 3 magnets and 1 ornament in there. So if you have to separate it like that, when they open it up, they can see right away what they have. Okay, so this side over here is the ornament side. I put ornaments on here, and I'm gonna do a separate video on ornaments, so you can see what you do there. Because it's painting them differently, and I will do a complete overview of how we prepare and produce ornaments for the customer. Okay? That's it.